Hello and welcome to the Federal. On Monday, the results for the by-elections to the Ludhiana West Assembly seat in Punjab were announced, along with four other assembly by-polls that were conducted. But the Ludhiana West by-poll has left the Aam Aadmi Party with another question that it now needs to find an answer to. The AAP has won a major victory in Ludhiana West. It had decided to field Sanjeev Arora, an industrialist come politician who was who is still the party's Rajya Sabha MP from Punjab. And he was made a candidate for the assembly by-poll. That candidature, which was announced sometime around February this year, had immediately triggered speculations and particularly a lot of criticism from the AAP's political rivals in Punjab, the Congress Party, the BJP, the Akali Dal, with all of them saying that Sanjeev Arora was being made to contest the assembly by-election for Ludhiana West so that if he wins, his seat will in the Rajya Sabha will become vacant, and Arvind Kejriwal, who lost his own seat in the Delhi Assembly elections held in February, as well as the Aam Aadmi Party's quest for returning to power in Delhi, that too was crushed in February. So the AAP's rivals said that Arvind Kejriwal will go to the Rajya Sabha as the replacement for Sanjeev Arora if Sanjeev Arora wins. Even if Sanjeev Arora loses, the party might ask him to step down on grounds that he was unable to win even an assembly by-election. These were all rumors, speculations, allegations that had been coming ever since Sanjeev Arora was fielded from Ludhiana West. And many in the opposition parties, the opposition to the Aam Aadmi Party, had, through the campaign for Ludhiana West, made this an issue. And also, at the same time, projected it as a continuation of the Aam Aadmi Party's strategy of using Punjab to strengthen the leadership in Delhi. And the Congress, the Akalis, the BJP constantly talked about Bhagwant Mann, the AAP leader and Punjab chief minister, surrendering the interests of Punjab to the coterie sitting in Delhi, run and headed by Arvind Kejriwal. The previous elections for Rajya Sabha from Punjab, which were held shortly after the Aam Aadmi Party had an unprecedented victory in Punjab in 2022, had also attracted similar criticism because the AAP had chosen a lot of non-Punjabis or people who may be Punjabis but don't live in Punjab as its choices for the Rajya Sabha nomination. And so, in the light of all of that, there were these allegations of Punjab being overrun, being taken over by a Delhi coterie. Now that the Aam Aadmi Party has managed to win Ludhiana West, to defeat that entire narrative of Punjab being overtaken by the Delhi lobby of Kejriwal, the question now is, who will Aam Aadmi Party pick as the replacement for Sanjeev Arora in the upper house of parliament? Arvind Kejriwal, soon after the results for Ludhiana West were announced, made it very clear that it will not be him. He ruled himself out. He said it will not be Arvind Kejriwal. That Kejriwal nahi ja raha hai is what he said in a press conference held after the by-poll results being announced, meaning Kejriwal will not be going to Rajya Sabha. So who next? Now, the options before the Aam Aadmi Party are many in one way and too few in the other, whichever way you want to look at it. The first option, which many in the Aam Aadmi Party suggest, would is still, of course, Arvind Kejriwal, because they think he is the party chief. He currently does not have any public office. He would be best suited to voice the Aam Aadmi Party's concerns, to lead the Aam Aadmi Party's charge against the BJP or even against the Congress from Parliament, and so it should be him. But since Kejriwal has ruled himself out, at least you know in the press conference he held, the question then is who, if not Kejriwal? And so the next name that's been doing the rounds is of Manish Sisodia. Now, Manish Sisodia, everyone knows, one of Kejriwal's closest guards. He also functioned as the Delhi Deputy Chief Minister under Kejriwal, and is known to be a very acceptable face within the Aam Aadmi Party and beyond it. He's well liked in the AAP cadre. He's seen as the man who changed the face of education in Delhi. That has been a major plank for the Aam Aadmi party's politics. And so, with all of that, there's talk of Manish Sisodia being a likely choice. Of course, both Arvind Kejriwal and Manish Sisodia were also named in the excise policy case. Both of them served time in jail as under trials. So there's also that commonality and that liability that Manish Sisodia has, because if it is not Kejriwal, if it is Manish, there will still be allegations of the AAP trying to shield its senior leaders by sending, making them MPs or sending them to Rajya Sabha so that they get some sort of legislative privilege and protection. So that, of course, is still a concern. Additionally, Manish Sisodia also serves currently as the AAP's in charge for Punjab. So if there is dissatisfaction in the Punjab unit that the Aam Aadmi Party, a section of its leaders, believe can be sort of glossed over, won over, if it is Manish going to Rajya Sabha from Punjab, because he already has a rapport with the AAP's leaders in Punjab. There is, however, another equally important section of leaders in the Aam Aadmi Party, the leaders from Punjab, the only state where now the Aam Aadmi Party is in power, because it lost its government in Delhi earlier this year. Now, the leaders in Punjab have been cautioning Aam Aadmi Party leadership in Delhi and Kejriwal in particular that the Ludhiana West victory should not be seen as a sort of endorsement of everything that the Aam Aadmi Party has been doing in Punjab, or Bhagwant Man's model of governance, or the way ever since the Delhi defeat of the AAP happened, how Kejriwal has largely been running the affairs of Punjab. Remember, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal has rarely been seen in Delhi. He's only had about 3 public appearances since in Delhi since the Delhi defeat. He's largely been functioning out of Punjab, and so the AAP leadership in Punjab says that all of this should, the Ludhiana West victory does not mean that Punjab accepts all these things as being all right, because the victory was largely propelled by a 3-way split in the votes that were cast against the Aam Aadmi Party. Mr. Sanjeev Arora won by a margin of about 10,000 votes. The Congress candidate, Bharat Bhushan Ashu, a former 2-term MLA from the same seat, polled about 25,000 votes. The BJP's candidate, Mr. Jeevan Gupta, polled about 20,000 votes, and the Akali Dal candidate polled about 8,000 votes. So if you look at that chunk of votes which were cast against the Aam Aadmi Party candidate, it was roughly about 18,000 votes more than what the Aam Aadmi Party candidate actually won. But since that vote split 3-way, it was a natural advantage to the Aam Aadmi Party. And that is what many in the Punjab unit of the Aam Aadmi Party have been saying that this may not pan out. Elections to the Punjab Assembly, which are still 2.5 years to go, may not pan out the way Ludhiana West has panned out, because Ludhiana West had a sizable presence of the BJP. In fact, it was one of the assembly segments in which the BJP had led over the Congress during the parliament elections, even though ultimately the Congress won the Ludhiana Lok Sabha seat. So they had a sizable presence and they got about 20,000 votes on that seat. Keeping all of this in mind, people from the AAP in Punjab are saying that a leader from Punjab should be sent to Rajya Sabha, so that at least those in Punjab who seem to think that the Aam Aadmi Party in Punjab is actually being run by a Delhi coterie, are kind of silenced from, at least from that criticism, making that criticism. And so a son of the soil, a Punjabi, a person from Punjab should be sent to Rajya Sabha as Mr. Sanjeev Arora's replacement. Now, there are, of course, no names being speculated as such on who that AAP leader from Punjab could be, although there is a section, a very small section, which is even speculating, and it's a speculation that has now begun to gain ground even among the opposition parties in Punjab, which is interesting, which is whether the AAP would in fact pick Bhagwant Mann, the chief minister, and send him to the Rajya Sabha. He, of course, is a good orator and he makes a good case both for Punjab and for Delhi, for the AAP leadership, the AAP's politics. Whether Kejriwal will have that kind of political leverage to ease out Bhagwant Mann from Punjab. His governance in Punjab hasn't really earned him a lot of kudos from people. But can that be one choice? Because it will then also sort of tide over some of the anti-incumbency associated with directly with the chief minister. It's an experiment that the BJP has almost perfected in the past by changing chief ministers without notice and still managing to hold on to their political ground. So that is also a speculation that is coming from certain quarters. Nothing certain as of now about it, but a speculation nonetheless. The AAP, of course, doesn't need to be in a hurry. The by-election for the Rajya Sabha seat to be vacated by Mr. Sanjeev Arora now, he still has to vacate the seat first. So once he resigns, then a by-election to that seat will be announced. And it's only then that the Aam Aadmi Party will actually have to take that call on who it sends. The AAP leadership says that members of the political affairs committee of the party will sit together and decide. Although, given the working style of the Aam Aadmi Party, it's fairly known that the final decision will rest with Arvind Kejriwal, and he will have to make that choice, whether he goes to Rajya Sabha, whether he chooses Manish, or he chooses somebody else from Punjab. Who will that person be, is something that will, of course, have an equal bearing on the AAP's politics nationally, because ultimately whoever it chooses will be the AAP's voice in the Rajya Sabha, and in Punjab, where elections are still 2.5 years to go. So keep watching for more updates like these, and we'll keep bringing you all such developments, news, even gossip on the Federal. Thank you.